Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So let's have a look at eCash or XEC, or also known as Bitcoin Cash ABC. And as of now, it has been rebranded back in 2021, as you can see, to eCash or XEC, and they did like change supply from 1 to like 1 trillion. I believe this was like just a supply change. We don't have any other changes to the tokenomics. So basically this was just like denominated like to 1 million, as you can see here. So as of now its supply is like 2 trillion, as you can see, and out of which like 19.9 trillion is in the circulation, and the rest will eventually come out, as you can see. And as of now it is heading toward that like deflation pretty much soon, as you can see here. And their next halving is going to be in Jan of 2028, and this was a fork of Bitcoin, as you can see here. So because of that we have like I think the possibility of it doing really well as of now, or the possibility of XEC pulling this like 2021 like move. I think it is possible. So back in 2021 the token went from like this to that, so in just a couple of months, and that was a massive pump, and token actually ended up hitting 4 billion market cap, and as of now it is at 300. And it seems like that this is like the support, or like this is like one of the best support that it has as of now, and the possibility of it, or like the possibility of it going from this like 300 to as I would say 1 billion or even 700 million, I think is really high. So potentially there is a chance that we could actually see a pretty good run from eCash, and there is a reason for that. Now let's look at it. Now the reason why I think we could see a really good move from eCash is because they have like a pretty big update soon. So basically Avalanche pre-consensus coming to mainnet in 15 days, and this could be big one. Looking at how it did like even back in like this early season, when the token actually ended up hitting 1.5 billion, it went from 500, as you can see here, and back in like December it went from 600 to as like 1.1 billion. So as of now I think there is a possibility that eCash can actually go as high as I would say 600, or like around 700 seems to be the point that we are looking at as of now. So the video is going to be only about its price and this news that they have been hyping up. So basically like they have this big pre-consensus going live on the mainnet on November 15th, and this could be a big one. And in terms of like its uses, it does have a lot of uses as well. And if we just look at their roadmap like is gearing up. So as of now they are here. So what will so basically Avalanche pre-consensus will improve instant transactions in a real-time processing, so this could be big one. And after that they have this fractional satoshis, fees low forever, so this could also be another big thing. And eventually they will move to bulletproof privacy, zero knowledge subnet. So again something like I would say what the Zcash is doing, something like that. But again overall this is like a pretty big one in terms of usability. Now in terms of scaling they are like here, and as of now they are working on usability, so I think that's really good. And in terms of extensibility they also have a pretty good roadmap. So overall there is still a big chunk of roadmap left, and overall I think all of that will most likely have a really good impact on XEC. But as of now what we are concerned about is this one, and this will happen in 15 days, and I think the possibility of it like having a really good impact on XEC token is really high. So as of now what I'm looking at is a breakout. So again this is a pretty big breakout that if it happens we could be looking at a really good recovery. That is if it happens, because this breakout, or you can say this is mostly I drew this line from like March high as well as from December high, And again, we do have another trend line, I would say, that the token has been following ever since. Like if we just look here, this is another really like strong trend that it has been trying to break above from, but it has been struggling. So if we just take a line from like December high, and if we just draw it from like July's high, this is how it looks like. So the token has been struggling to break this. Again, it did try to break it back on October 26th, but it couldn't. And as of now, again, it seems like that it wants to break up from here. So if we see a really good breakout from here, let's say that if it breaks above from this level, I think we can actually push as high as like 19.2, I would say. And if if it continues to go up, I think the possibility of it going as high as 21 or even 25 is really high. And as of now, its market cap is somewhere around 300. So if let's assume that if it goes as high as 600, and if it does, so we are looking at something like, I would say, a move as high as this. So potentially a rejection somewhere on this trend line. So if it does go as high as this trend line, potentially as high as 28 to 29, I think it may see a rejection on this trend line from like this is this has been, I drew this from like 2024's early seasons, and again I think we could see a rejection here. But if we do get a breakout above from here as well, I think we could be I think XEC could be gearing up for a really massive move. Again, it does have 15 days to like make this move. And looking at back, if you just look at how it did, it went from like in just like 1 month, I think it went from 50 to as high as to a new whole level. As you can see, this was a massive surge, and it happened in a couple of days. Like literally it went from August 24th 2021, and it actually ran as September 4th 2022. So in just 10 days it made this big move. And again, if we just look here, we have February 23rd, and after that we have this massive move happening as well. So I think there is a possibility XEC can pull these massive moves in like this 15 days. So again, it will depend whether the community takes interest in it or not. But as of now, we don't have that interest, or at least not that I can see. But again, if we get a breakout from this like trend line, I think it will most likely see a pretty massive breakout as well. And I think most likely there will be a lot of traders that are keeping an eye on this token as of now, because of this news and how it will perform when it does breaks out. And if it breaks out, we could be looking at a really good move, like something like this. It goes high and we see a retest here, and we go up, and I think it can push as high as 25 or even as high as, I would say, 26. And if we get a breakout above from here, I think it can basically go as high as 40 or even higher than that, who knows. But again, I think it will depend on this news that they have going on as of now. Anyways, thanks for watching. I will be back with more. Thank you.